is the Flocabulary session, and I first got introduced to this during when I was teaching in 4th grade, and I used it during our smart time. Shana and Brian, you guys know what that is. That's our for those who don't know, that's when we would meet in the morning, and we would meet with a group of kids and help assess any content that they may need help with. Science and social studies was kind of in the middle of that. So I started using Flocabulary with the weekend wrap, and I noticed that the kids really caught on to listening to the weekend wrap. I didn't think anything of it, but they were really excited about using it. So then I ended up using it for social studies, and then I started showing Miss Glass Flocabulary when we would do our happy hours together. It's a really great tool. In fact, I really like it because if you're one of those teachers, or if you know one of those teachers who has limited technology in the classroom, they just have a computer and a projector, this is going to work. You don't need to check out a whole bunch of Chromebooks. You don't need to check out a whole bunch of iPads. You just need you and paper. And then I'm also going to talk about how to do some of this paperless as well. So going through this really quickly, basically Flocabulary has a lot of songs, videos, and activities for all grades K through 12. It is Common Core based. They do not do the TEKS, but it's still very engaging, still very helpful. It's helped, of course, as you see, hundreds of thousands of teachers across the nation. It engages the students. It motivates them to actually pay attention to your lesson. Again, the standards are Common Core, and this helps boost mastery within the content and recall. Prime example, sometimes my own daughter, I'll put her on blast. She can't remember a lot of stuff, but when you put it to music, somehow she connects with it. So I think there's something to be said with music and adding content to that. Okay. So these are some examples of content from Flocabulary. So what I wanted to go on ahead and do is at least play one for just a little bit. And since I'm more of a social studies science person, I'm going to play a little bit of the social studies, just a little bit.
Now look, it's the 18th century, and things just haven't changed much. But listen to this real quick. With so many problems in the world today, it's kinda hard, F-A-R-M-ing, okay? No time to play sports or sit back. No time to watch shows or spit raps. When farm technology improved, farmland gave us more food. Cool. What should we do with this extra food? Let's make babies and feed it to them with a spoon. So the population, boom, doubling in Europe and then doubling again soon. With more kids, we need more clothes. We can't stitch those by hand, oh no. I built a mill with machines that sew. Textile industry is looming, yo. James Watt had a dream these machines would work better on steam. So we've seen more steam, more coal, more slums, more smoke, less time, less space. Life is less slow, more middle class, more time for lamping. More lamps, and I don't mean the kind for camping. Whoa, I'm sending out a SOS, I can't help myself. I got a brand new Morse code. Telegraphs like sending a text. So wave bye-bye to the Pony Express. See ya.
We chase the industrial dream, where power moves from man's hands to machines. Combustion, electricity and steam, a new socio-economic regime. We chase the industrial dream, where power moves from man's hands to machines. Combustion, electricity and steam, a new socio-economic regime.
I know you saw a lot of animation, a lot of movement going on, and you saw words going across the screen. And yes, you guys, I know you see this vocabulary pilot school. I'm going to share that with y'all too. But that was just a 3 minute video on the ancient Egypt. I think that starts in 5th grade, but of course, you know, there is still science, math, and they do vocabulary and language arts. Okay. The vocabulary is centered around this program called Word Up, and they're divided into units between each grade level. And what you can do with that is you can you can select the grade level, and you'll go through different words for that unit. And I'll get to that in just a moment. I just want to go through most of this stuff really quickly. This is just a chart, a graph showing where kids were when it came to tests, especially kids who are in the low economic areas. Once they use vocabulary, especially the Word Up, they increased by 25%. And the test scores also increased. So this is also very good for our 4th graders, because I don't think 5th and 6th grade, right? But I know 4th graders do. This would help tremendously with their writing, coming up with extra words that they don't know in their writing. Okay. And as you see also, it has science and social studies and the weekend wrap. And we're going to go through what this slide is right here real quick. I'm actually going to take you through the whole entire website and show you how everything works. So you don't have to worry about, I will share this presentation with you guys momentarily. So I just want to go through just some of the beginning parts of it. Okay, let me keep going. I'm actually going to go to the actual Flocabulary website, and I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to again, if you haven't if you didn't click on your invite, go ahead and accept the invitation, and I'll accept you. And on that Flocabulary G+ page, that has the link for you to sign up, and it's not just for you guys. You can go on ahead and use your teachers can use this too. Only teachers and ITECs who are piloted with this program can use it. So you can share the link with your teachers. I'm perfectly fine with that. I believe Aaron's okay with it, as long as you are a piloted school. So if you, for example, know that Smith Academy is not a pilot school, don't share it with them. Aaron did give me that list, and I'm more than happy to email you that list of those schools that you do not need to share this with. I will send that to you guys. But anybody that you know that wants to use this program, and you're on your campus, please share it with them. Okay, so here's how this works. So you'll go into Flocabulary, and one of the things that I like about it is you can go straight to how to use. Okay, and it walks you through how literally to set this vocabulary up. What they want you to do is they want you to watch the video one time, then watch it again. And when you watch it again, you're able to break down each verse for the kids and have a discussion with the kids on, okay, what do you think this means? You're also able to click, which I'll show you later, you're able to click on certain links within the verse, and it gives you a snippet of, okay, this is what this line is talking about, okay? And then it gives you different working documents that you can use to enrich the lesson. So I recommend going to the how to use first, because this kind of sets up how you want to build your lesson, okay? So we're going to songs and videos, okay? So because I taught science, I'm gonna go to science, okay? So let's say we click on science. And they just added elementary science K to 5 and then 6 to 12. So I'm going to go ahead and click on elementary science. And they give you obviously a lot of videos to take a look at. Now, one thing that you will see is you'll see the title, you'll see what they're talking about, and then you'll see one or two icons. You will see a camera icon, you'll see a music note icon. When you see a music note icon, that means that there is no actual video, but there is a rap to it, okay? So the majority of the lessons do have video on them, but as they keep adding more content, some of them, some of them will have just the music note. Okay, so I'm not going to bother showing you the music note once because I think you guys get the point with that. Let's click on my favorite, the water cycle. As we're waiting to load. Okay, so we're on the actual water cycle. I'm not going to play the video for you, but this is what, as a teacher, it would look like when you're showing the video. You can have this teacher guide on the side on or off. I usually like to leave it on just for my sake, but you're welcome to turn it off, and the students don't see all this extra stuff on the side, okay? So if you turn it on and you click on tour, it takes you through every step of how to set up the lesson. Okay, it tells you what everything means, and it does it for every single content, every single subject. So in case you have a brain freeze that day, and you don't know what key terms are, you can click on key terms and you can keep it moving. Okay, all the activities are different. I like to start off with, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at what is it that I'm looking at. It gives a description. This one for the water cycle gives a description of about what you're looking at. Then you look up your key vocabulary terms. So for the water cycle, they're looking up absorb, atmosphere, condensation, droplet, words that we're familiar with in our science vocabulary, most of them, okay? So I think that's pretty good. So you can even introduce this to your kids. Say, okay, these are the words that we're going to be focusing on for this lesson this week. Okay, so they could be writing that down in their book, or you can have that down on a slide or on the board, whatever. If you have the option of giving the kids the lyrics, I'll call out Shayna. I know Shayna likes to give her kids the lyrics and put them in the scientific notebook, so they have something to look at while they're paying attention to the video, so they're a little bit more engaged. So that's something that you can print out and do, or you can print out a class set and just have them write it in their notebook, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Sorry, let me go back here. Okay. After you watch the video, after you watch it the second time, they give you challenge questions. Again, you can have this posted up on the screen. It gives the answers right after each question. You could even, type these. It's about five questions. You can even type these up and have the kids write them down in their notebook, however you want to do it. Okay. When you go to interactive lyrics, you still can listen to the water cycle rap, but notice, like I said earlier, that there are certain lines that are hyperlinked. Okay, so if you click on, let's say, I'm water, I make the planet blue, you can discuss what is it that they're talking about. They're giving extra information here. I'm not going to go through and read all this extra information, but that just gives extra information for you and your students to discuss about each stanza. You could even make this more of an enrichment by I don't know, clicking on all the highlighted stanzas, copying it, and maybe have them match up each paragraph with each stanza. Have them go, okay, which one do you think this goes to when they're talking about clouds? Which line does that go with? So that's pretty cool. Fill in the blanks just shows their understanding. This is just very, very basic, just to see if they were actually really paying attention to the actual rap. And so that's really self-explanatory. You're given an answer key to whatever the assignment is. So this one is asking for, I don't know, that looks like matching for precipitation, condensation, and evaporation. Here's the activity again that they will get. All the activities are different. Okay, it's not going to look just like this, but depending on the lesson, it's what the activity that you want to give. Okay, so again, you can go through the video, play it one time just to get them hooked. Play it again to go through the discussion of what do you think each line means, or each highlighted line means. Give them some challenge, the challenge questions, okay, and do fill in the blank, and then you do the assessment, okay. So that's how that works. And again, you can always favorite your water cycle lessons by clicking on the star right here, and you'll be able to go to your favorite icon, which is up here. Mine is in orange, yours will be in orange too. You just click on that, and it'll give you a list of all of your favorites. Okay, real simple. Okay, so let's go back to how to use. Okay, vocabulary. If you click on vocabulary lessons, you can click on a section that's called the word up unit. Okay, when you click on that, you can either click on vocabulary or go to the how to. But this is what the word up unit looks like. So say you are in 3rd grade, and again, all these are Common Core. You want to click on, let's say, when I grow up. Again, it goes through all the videos, the challenge questions, the interactive lyrics, fill in the blanks. Okay, you go and look at the key terms. What are the words that you're going to be using in this particular unit? You go through the exercise for this particular one. They give the words that are defined. They give some fill in the blank. They give some synonyms. And then you have them practice rewriting the sentences and applying meanings. So some of it is rigorous. A lot of it's not. The more the rewriting the sentences is probably a little bit more rigorous than the other things that are on here. But again, if you're focusing on whatever this unit 2 is, you give them these words of the week. You could have them practicing writing a short story or a summary using these words. Okay, and that gives them extra words to use when it's time to do their writing on the STAR test. Okay, yay. Okay, let's go back. Let me pause for a moment. Anybody else have any questions via the Google Hangouts? To graphic organizers. Okay, when you click on graphic organizers, they give you a excuse me again, they give you tools on how to take notes. They give you a note-taking chart, which I've already pulled up. Let me see if I have it up here. Okay, so when you're going through the lesson, you can give them this this note-taking chart, and you can talk about the vocabulary words that were listed in there. They can write the line from the song. They can define it, or they can explain what that word meant in the song. So that's pretty good to show their understanding of their the content in the beginning. You can also use the KWL chart, and we're all familiar with the KWL chart, so I don't need to even show that. That's something that they can write in their book. So again, when you're talking about the water cycle, you can have them do the KWL. What is it that you know? What is it that you want to know? What is it that you learn? Okay, somebody just asked a question. And the word of the day is keep it moving. Yes, keep it moving. Exactly. Okay. I really do like the whole note-taking aspect of it. I think it would be cool as far as it being in the notebook, maybe giving this to them to just put in their notebook to maybe 1 or 2 sheets in the beginning, and then when the students get familiar with using the note-taking chart, they can actually start putting that in, actually physically writing that down in the notebook. So I would personally suggest, again, giving maybe 1 or 2 sheets just to practice the vocabulary lesson in the classroom. But then once they get the rhythm down, they can start writing that down in their notebooks. So then there's where that whole paperless aspect comes in. Let's actually talk, this is another tool. Think about your thinking. That can also be used. They can actually go through. This is kind of like Shanna, remember the 3-2-1 Shanna, but in this way, they're writing like 3 facts. They're giving details. They're giving their opinion about their facts, and then why do you have this opinion? So this kind of branches it out even more. Okay. So again, you can use this to put in their notebook once or twice, and then once they get the rhythm down, they can actually start adding this, drawing this in their own notebook, and they keep it moving. All right. This is one of my other favorites that I like. Let me see if I can pull it up. Writing academic rhymes. Okay, this is something that I think the kids will get a big kick out of. After you've taught, let's say after you've taught this lesson, the water cycle lesson, for example. Okay, you've gone through it. We've gone through the words. We've gone through the rap. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times. It's maybe the 6th week of the 9-week period, and you want to say, okay, I want you to write a summary on the water cycle. Tell me what you know. Okay, so instead of them actually writing a summary and giving you 2 or 3 lines and you getting upset about what, well, this doesn't tell me everything, introduce them into actually writing a rap. I think they would get a bigger kick out of actually writing a rap and having it published in some sort of way, maybe in your Google Plus page, hint, hint, on the water cycle. Okay, so if you go to write your own rhymes, writing academic rhymes, it goes through how you need to have the kids do it. Okay, you can even tell them, like, this is how, you know, the rappers or the hip hop people that you know go. They go through this kind of process. It's not just I'm gonna put something on a track and play it. Okay, so you go through the introduction. You can select the beats. They have 50 plus beats on here, and they're all from Flocabulary. So let me see if there's one that I recognize. Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oops, excuse me. I don't know if you guys could hear that at all, but you can have that playing under while they create a rap over the water cycle, so that you select your beats. Then it takes you through the basics. I'm letting it load up here. Okay. You have them choose a topic. You teach the concept, doing basically the same thing as we would introduce the vocabulary rap. Model, so that means teachers, maybe you want to model how to set this up. You don't have to do it. You can actually show like maybe another rap for them to use, and then have them write it, okay? And then have them perform it, okay? And then you analyze how they did it. Okay, it goes through how to memorize. They give you the formula, set up the formula, write the first line, identify rhyming words, complete the rhyme, share or perform the rhyme. And that sheet looks like this. Okay, so this sheet actually tells you this is how you need to set up your rap. You're not just throwing anything together. And I really do like how they have it set up, because you want to give the important fact. So they wrote right down, like, so this one did the Boston Tea Party. The Boston Tea Party happened in 1773. Then you begin starting to write your line with a key fact at the end. This one did, it was the year 1773. Now, before you start going and start, flowing, pun intended, they want you to list some words that rhyme with 1773 that would make sense with what you're talking about. So they have free, see, all this stuff, slant rhymes. Okay, so you would let them know that, okay, you need to use words that are going to make sense. Then you go to the step 2, and then you write your related line. So this one, this person did, it was the year 1773. The Americans dumped a lot of British tea. That whole entire little stanza, excuse me, I'm not good with my poems, would make sense. They show you what a bad example would be. It was the year 1773, but my dog wasn't born until 2003. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the Boston Tea Party. You want to keep it moving. You want to make sure that it, pun intended, flows, right? And so that just shows you how it builds. And so you can create your own rubric to show their understanding of the concept, and then they can perform it. You can have them perform it. You can have them perform it under the track, like that Mark Wahlberg track that I just clicked for you. You can do that. You can download Audacity. Audacity is free. Download the track to the computer, and then have the kids practice it. Okay, if some of the kids are ambitious, they can download. You can download the track and share the track with them in their Google Drive, because you can do that if you're using Google Drive. Have them bring their flash drive. However you want to do it to get them to perform it, let them do it. I think kids will do an excellent job knowing that they're trying to summarize a lesson in a hip hop form. Okay. Okay. Let's see if there's anything that I am missing. I'm going with Aaron McLeod's instructions about keeping it short and simple and to the point. There really isn't a lot to this. Again, I really like it because you're not you're not committed to downloading or using an LMS. You're just simply looking at a video and using the materials that are given to you, which are basically just paper. But again, try to go paperless with this. Have it. I just saw Shayna's comment. Have it cropped. Have it pasted in their notebook a couple times, and then have them actually write this information down, and you keep it moving. I'm trying to remember if I'm missing anything else from here. I'm summing up a lot. Okay, so if you go back to songs and videos, they've added life skills. I think all of our children need that, and they're updating this as much as possible. They talk about financial literacy. They talk about social and emotional learning. This bullying was coming to you. Oversharing. I use that for my digital citizenship. I know I talked to Karima, and Shayna about how what I did was I showed them this video about over posting and oversharing, and the kids really got a big kick out of it. They really connected with the video. So that's what I like about Flocabulary. It gives a connection with the kids, and I don't have to use my voice. I don't have to use my energy to get them excited about using this great Web 2.0 tool. Okay, now in the Flocabulary website, they do have all the Common Cores listed. I'm not a Common Core expert. I'm not a TEK expert either. I know how to read the TEKs, but I'm not familiar with the Common Core stuff. But if you go on the website and you look for the Common Core standards alignment, it will tell you, for example, like 4th grade and English language arts, this is what they're covering for the year according to Common Core. And I talked to some of my language arts teachers. They said there really isn't that much of a big difference. I'm not going to speak for math, but when they said when it came to language arts, it wasn't that big of a difference between the Common Core and the TEKs. A lot of the stuff kind of is the same. But what I do like is if you're talking about literacy L.4.1b and it gives you the description, it gives you what the unit is, verbs, and it gives you what the poem is about. Okay, so that's just another way of looking at that. Let me go back to songs and videos again. On this side right here, okay, you can see I've already favored the water cycle. It's already started, so you can easily, when you click on your songs and videos, when you log into your account, you'll see this, and you can see all your other favorites that you starred. It gives you activities that they're doing each month. So if you click on Flocabulary for November or for whatever the Flocabulary is for the month, okay, it lays out some lessons that you can do for the month of November. So like, of course, obviously this month is the election season. There's Veterans Day. I had no idea November was National Novel Writing Month. I had no idea. I didn't know that. Did any of you guys know that? I've been teaching so long, I never knew. But that gives you some tools to use for the month. You can always go back. So let's say we can go back to January. Of course, January's coming up, obviously, but they give you some other materials for you to use. And you're not married to sticking to 1 month. Okay, they have the update in the summer as well. Okay, I'm going back to songs and videos again. The way you can search for your songs, you can go through the search engine at the top up here. You can type in, let's say I'm just going to pick my favorite water cycle again. You can type it just like that. You can search. Okay, and it gives you different choices of what you're looking for. If you know your Common Core backwards and forwards, I don't, so I'm not even going to try. You can type it by Common Core as well. Okay. Now, just to let you guys know, I talked to Erin, and what she said to me was, what we have in Aldine is a 3-month trial period, and then she's going to and I'm not saying it word for word, but I think what she said was she's going to talk to them when our 3 months is up to see where we want to go to from here. But Erin wants to see how we're using this as a district. I'm trying to get her to go the virtual school route so we could embed these videos in an LMS, hence Schoology or Edmodo. So, but we have the trial for right now, and with the trial, we have everything that I showed you. We have access to everything. So, and as Shannon and I talked about in that happy hour, when you sign up for the trial anyway, they give you a lot of stuff. So that's rare that a website or software gives you the stuff in the free trial during the free trial, so that's pretty cool. Anybody have any extra questions? What I suggest you do, if you're really wanting to embed in Edmodo or Schoology, go to YouTube. Flocabulary does have a channel. Subscribe to their channel, and I would do that under your Alden one. Excuse me. And they don't have all the videos in YouTube, but they have quite an amount. So if you want to go ahead and use, see if they have them in YouTube, click on the share link so you can get that link, and then embed that in Edmodo or Schoology. Question. I really enjoyed doing this presentation with you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if I don't have the answer, I will definitely email Aaron. Again, I think this is a great tool to use with your kids, especially social studies and especially with research. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna put myself on blast. I see that our kids are really struggling with the whole research and writing a bibliography. Shayna, where was it? We really could have used, Shayna, we really could have used this when we were doing our project. I don't know why we didn't think about looking up vocabulary when we were teaching, but this goes to the whole citing how to cite a source and how to create a bibliography. We really should have looked into this when we were when we were in the 4th grade class, because I know we did this a lot. And I know right now, intermediate teachers, I don't know if you're doing those projects right now, but I know some of our kids are really struggling with the whole research process at this age level. So showing something like this on how to take notes, how to do research would be really, really powerful. So does anybody have any other questions? Guys, don't forget, let me know if you're having difficulty getting into the 2014-2015 Flocabulary schools. I try to invite everybody. I'm going to also share the PowerPoint presentation. Again, share this with your teachers. The link is also here for teachers to sign up. Last time I checked, I think Aaron said that we had about 61 plus people and all did sign up with Flocabulary. So I see some people are coming up here right now. All right, so again, if you don't have any questions, that's it for me, you guys. Again, I enjoyed talking with you guys via this Hangouts, and hopefully we'll get this Hangouts working a little bit better. I will see you iText on Thursday at